And now, on with the show.
Ah, you saw the little, heard the little poof at the start. Well, actually, hold on. I accidentally pressed something, and I'm wondering if things can be heard from here. So let me just go ahead and check something real quick. Just give me 1 second. If things can be heard from here. Woo! I wonder if you heard that from the background. But that's just me testing to see if audio can be heard. That's all. Hey, Michael Marvel. I'm just doing a little bit of a testy test before to see if audio is going through, like background audio and all that. I think it is. I accidentally clicked on something because it's been a while since I've done an actual art stream. Ugh. Yeah. But it's not going to be something too serious. I'm just going to be doodling stuff just to get that itch back. Just get it back in. But first things first, I forgot to do something important. Howdy y'all, I'm Mr. Damocles, aka Mr.D, your mild-mannered corgi revenant at your service. And yeah, this is just another art stream. You know what, I forgot to mention something about when I went to Comic-Con. Right when I got there, when I was taking my backpack and all that, because I had a couple bags. I got like a big duffel bag, and I have my backpack with me. And I have another backpack which contained my baby Meong PC because that's what I built it for. It's for portability and all that. But yeah, I had that, and when I took that, grabbed all that, I have a little thingy for rechargeable batteries, so I can plug them in just in case I need rechargeable batteries for like my keyboard and stuff like that. So decided to bring the whole thing, and I looked in through all my backpacks. I was like, where is it? Because I didn't have it zipped in. I had it in those little mesh side pockets. And I was under the impression, like, when I was grabbing all the stuff like that and putting it on, I thought it fell off. I'm like, oh, man, it fell off. So I probably was already like, man, I was going through those 5 stages. I was like, man. But when I was heading back, I was, like, already, like, at peace with, like, I lost it. I probably lost it. And, during that whole trip too, like when I was finally starting to accept the fact that I may have lost it, I already went and bought another pack of rechargeable batteries because I do have another charger. Little did I know that when I came home, it was on another backpack. It was the backpack that I was going to use for my mini PC, and I swapped it for a backpack that was slightly bigger to have more room, and I just left that battery pack in that other backpack, so it never left. So well, whatever. Now I got more batteries than I need for. I'll figure something out. But anyway, yeah, that was my little mishap. But enough over the weekend. I mean, want to hear about my little mishap today? I'll talk about that later on. So I guess there's no need to have any other kind of preamble. So let me just go ahead and just. Oh, okay. I'm moving right here. I'm just gonna go right here. Just give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna go take care of something. Okay, you should hear me over here now. Alright. That's, if you noted this, actually, I'll explain later. Just give me a second. I need to find my tablet. Tablet! Where are you? Oh. There it is. Ah. There we go. I found it. Just give me a second. I just need to bust out clip. There it is. Hold on. Let me just, check just to see. Alright, everything's working. It's working. Alright. Guess I should have planned this out better, but I always do it like this every time I stream. I always do it just to double check. So I hope I'm just adjusting my mic here, just make sure things are going well. So just give me a second. Let me just, bust out some, good old Toonskis and we can get started. This is by Drift of Dreams. The summer local forecast of 1989. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now I'm over here. If you're wondering what this mic that I'm using, it was my old mic. The one that I used before. I'm just still going to be adjusting and all that just so nothing is in the way. But yeah, that's what I'm using for this one. This has now been relegated, or actually, I guess you could say relegated, but it's now my art streaming mic. Alright, I set up things over on the other side just so I can see things. I'm gonna go ahead and test again just to see if I'm hearing things. On the other side just so I can see things. Yes, I am. I don't know if you heard that. I'm just like, cause I have a phone that's on this side just to see, and it's used for basically my chats, and I have it right here with me. So thinking about drawing some I don't know if it would serve a purpose because I'm not at that kind of level here, but I've been wanting to for a while. So I feel like drawing some emotes. And you know what? Maybe I should bring them out over here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's just go ahead and just, you can't see it, but I'm actually opening things. Right there. Use these for like a little reference for Meong emotes. I think some of these would be really funny. Like, if finally this one too, have her like shoving a sandwich in my mouth or something like that, or me slapping her in the back, or her yelling at me or something like that. I think these will be really fun. So let's get started. Let's edit. Let's copy. Let's edit, and let's paste that here. Let's go ahead and just actually hold on before. Actually, yeah. That's a good idea. Just gonna have that larged right here, just so I can get a good idea. Move that up here because this is gonna be for drawing. We can get started. Let's just well, not there. Let's use this one right here. I don't know if you can see me circling that, but let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead. Let's just. Woo! Let's There we go. Just a little thing like that. Oh yeah, Sailor Mercury. She was the best one. She's my favorite one. Let's just do that. Hey, I actually did that fairly well. Kind of thinking maybe I should let's do that. There we go. And let us move it like that. I think that'll work. Let's just go ahead and deselect that. I can see you liking Jupiter too. Jupiter's cute too, but man, Mercury is just I don't know. She was like the one for me. She was the one that I really liked. That's something about the smart ones. Needs to be a little bit more. Let me just. Hey, alright. Alright, I think that's enough to get. Oh, wrong one. That's enough to get started here. don't know if I'm gonna color these yet, but I'm just gonna get started on these. Hold on, let's see how okay. There we go. Maybe I should delete the ear first, because I'm gonna be obviously making this as Meong. Just use it as a base. There we go, and it's just even something for like an emote, and I feel like I'm like, ugh, I need to redo that. Let's just shrink that down. Let's shrink that down a bit. Just doing that. There we go. It's actually looking pretty silly. I like it. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. It's a lot better, honestly, in my opinion, than you saw the last stream. I drew Sakura from Card Captors, and I'm gonna be brutally honest. Overall, thinking about it, I was like, I'm not too happy with it. I wasn't too happy with it, so I might revisit it. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I think and also that led to me thinking like, okay, I think I knew what the problem was when I drew that and why I wasn't overall just not happy with it in the end. Turns out like I shouldn't be trying to like essentially like carbon copy a picture, like pose for pose and all that, because it ends up not looking all that great. It ends up looking weird like the way it did before. So I might need to do that again. So, but that's for another time. And there we go. That's a Meong one right there. That's that should be an emote right there. I feel like that could be one right there. I feel like that works. So let me just go ahead and just shrink that down right there. We'll just add it to the have a little bit of a collection, a little collage of them. Let's see. So when it comes to this one, let's see. Let's just get white. Let's check mark that one. So go back to good old color black. And let's see. Let's probably go with this one now. Probably. Let's actually look. Let's see what we got here. Maybe this one actually. This one looks funny. I like that one. Let's increase the size of that so I can get a good idea of what I'm working with here. And let's go ahead and click OK on that. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do that as a new layer. Just so I can just leave this one alone and I can have this one. And it's okay if I use like put a million layers on it, because I'm gonna probably flatten it out anyway and just as a PNG nonetheless too. So let's go for this bit of a smaller pen. Let's. Ooh, hold on. Actually, this is gonna have to be all the way closed because it's gonna. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Even then, though I'm doing these kind of little simple little drawings, I gotta be a perfectionist about it. That's I guess you could say that's my Achilles heel, because it prevents me from. Oh god, it's doing it again. Woo! This calls for that. It's been a while since I've experienced that, so let's go ahead and delete that. Well, anyway, yeah, I forgot to mention about the weird little mishap that I had earlier today regarding my Blu-ray drive, which long story short, I ended up at a good price because I found a good cheap used one. I had to buy a new Blu-ray player. Why? Because I tried fixing it. And I should have left well enough alone. Let's see, let's deselect here. There we go. But yeah, this Blu-ray drive that I bought for my PC, it has a really bad habit of getting stuck. When you press the eject button, the doors get stuck. So I was under the impression like, am I gonna have to take it out and try to figure out what's wrong with it? Well, yesterday I figured out that on the left side of it, there's teeth on there, and I figured, oh, it's probably rubbing on that, and that's probably what's keeping it from opening and closing. So I went ahead and got a silicone-based lubricant, and I managed to basically put it on that, and that actually did help it quite a lot. But I decided to go too far with it because there were belts right in there too, and I was able to reach it, so I put silicone lubricant on those belts, and now the thing has a habit of just not opening. So I may have just completely fucked over my Blu-ray drive, which, oh well, I'll just jot that as a learning experience. Wasn't a fan of how that looked. Maybe if I used a pen tool. No. Still not happy with it. Gotta go back to the pen tool. Let me see. Okay, I just have to be careful and patient. Let me just... and just go over it again. Like, so carefully. There we go. Maybe if I... there we go, that's a lot better. Let me just go ahead and deselect. I wonder if my pen's gonna hit the thing. Actually, hold on. I just remembered something. I have to go down here. I'm gonna add one last thing here because that's one thing Meong always has. Those. Let me just redraw this one. There we go. She always has those signature super long eyelashes. Let me go ahead and shrink this one down. So give me a chance to work with a lot of stuff for it easier. I don't care if that didn't make sense. It made sense to me. So let's just go ahead and just. No, that's probably better. It's probably better up there. Yeah. No, we can just. All right. Ooh, I almost forgot too. I'm gonna add them here too, but I almost forgot to add them over there too. Needs to be a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit bigger. Now let's see. That, and now just here, I'm just gonna. Her earrings! I almost forgot her earrings! So let's just go here and add that. Needs to be a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. I can't believe I almost forgot that. And I think I drew these on the wrong layer. Oh wait, no I didn't. I did on the correct layer. Yeah. And on this layer, okay. Okay. Getting confused already. Let's just shrink that down. That gives me more room to just doodle some stuff. Go down here. And let's actually move this down over here so I have an idea of what I'm working with. There we go. There you go. I'm gonna just fix that there. There we go. Ugh, I didn't like how that came out. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Right here, and then here just. There we go. Let me just actually get a little bit of smaller brush so it can make it look nice. Just do that. Not a fan of that. Let's just. That's a little bit better. Actually, that's a lot better. Okay, what exactly is Mercury holding here? Okay, so let's just this layer. Ooh, 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 ooh. And there we go. I think that's another one right there. I'm just adding some little finishing touches. I'll figure out what it is later. There's another one. That's 2. Yes. Now let's go here. No, we're not doing that. Grab this one. Let's get the white check mark. Too big. That's better. That one's done. Let me open up some other stuff. I know I got some other things here that I can work with. Like this one. So let me just go ahead and edit. Copy. Paste. And let's just also increase the size on this one. Let's close that. Actually, yeah, we have to do that first. Whew, hold on, these are a little bit too close to each other. Making sure they're not touching. Alright, I think Damocles one would work great. Would be good. Let's see, which one should we use? Actually, hold on. Let me... Because I've had this idea. Let me go ahead and just... I had this idea for my character. And it involves, let's see, where is it? The back of the hair. Kind of wonder if I should add a ponytail to it. It's always made me wonder. Always wondered about that. Obviously, it can't be seen there, so we'll just where's the side view? I know I have that somewhere. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work for the reference one. Not much of a reference one, but oh well, you know what I mean. I was wondering, like, should it be like just long hair right here, or just let the hair just go long, or should it be like a ponytail, like a loose one? Let me just go ahead and just. Well, first off, it shouldn't be the color white. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's on a whole new layer, so I should be able to just move it around. Or actually, no, I think, yeah, the idea of it being like a loose ponytail and all that. I think that would actually be really nice. I should try to move this around because I'm. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. I just popped my neck. Popped it up something good. I'll think about that. So we just close that. I think we'll do that for me some other time. In the meantime, we'll just do funny little Meong ones. Let's see, what do we got? Maybe this one. So let's go ahead and Let me just. That's a lot better. No. Let me do the mouse first. Ugh. Let's get her hair. And let's not forget one of the more important parts. That's too big. That's just about right. There we are. Let's just go back here. Let's just move this down right here so I got something to work, so I got room to work with. Maybe a little bit thicker line. It's just. No, they need to be like that long. That's better. Actually, hold on. I need to redo that. Hold on. I need to. Now I can just do that. Go. Let's just move that, and now let's just shrink this down to size. Hold on. This area is a little. Ooh, it's a little too big. It's a little too small. There we go. We need that Goldilocks. There we go. That area was a little too thick. I need to shrink that line up a little bit. Let me just. Hold on, let me just. There we go. First, I need to. There we go. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty silly one. Just gonna. Ooh, I don't have much drink left. I'm just gonna finish this one off and let's continue the stream. I should have grabbed a drink, but oh well. I'm already here. I don't feel like heading out to get another drink, so. Alright, so let's just, that one's done. Woohoo! Here. Ah! I just realized what I did! Okay, it's gonna be here. There we go. There we go. Let's shrink this one down to size. So I can get a, so I can look at what I'm trying to get here. Because I'm gonna actually try to do this one. One that has both me and Meong. Let's just change that to white. Let's get a new layer. Let's get a bit of a smaller pen just so I can. First off, we're gonna have to. see, what size was that? That was 500. There we go. We could just... Actually, it's probably better to use the 400. Alright, let's just, There we go. Now let's just, that one should be longer. There we go. Okay, need a joop for maybe a little bit smaller. Right here, it's probably a good little sweet spot. I know what to do. Alright, now let's just do that, and there we go. A little confused. Let's just move this aside a little bit. Let's see, this is the right one. Okay, making sure we got the right layer. You're too big. Nope. That's about right, but there we go. Might do something about this. Hold on, maybe I can move it. Maybe also make it a little bit smaller. That's better. Now all I gotta do is just use that to fill out the rest and get rid of anything extra. Also, I think it's probably best to just so the eyes, I'll go ahead and redraw those when I get the chance. Probably best to do that just so the eyes get center stage here. I think it's probably best to use the There you go. Okay, there we go. It's actually looking pretty good. So let me go ahead and just put that away for a second, and then I can just... Kind of wonder if I should shorten that. Let me just delete that. Just maybe you. Maybe if I just do it like that, a little bit. There we go. I can feel the rest. There we go. There we go. There we go. Kind of wonder if I should. Kind of like that. Let's see. Now I can just do this instead. Alright, we got some right there, thank you. It looks amazing. Hold on, how does that... maybe I should adjust the mouse, fix the mouse a little bit. Let me just... There we go. Okay, now to draw me. I guess I can put that away. Maybe I should just take this one and just lower it a little bit. Oh boy, this is what happens when I don't draw myself much. I need a ref. I need the ref. Or I could just look at my screen here. Oh well. Live and learn. Ooh, hold on. I need to do that again. Hold on, 'cause I need to. I need to move. I need to move this whole thing. Here we go. I need to move this too, so I can get a good idea of what I'm looking at. There we go. Make sure I got the right layer. There we go. Whew. Okay, now I gotta. Hmm. Starting to wonder if I should. There we go. That works. Let me just select. Let me just remove that for a second. Let me just go ahead and. Woo, I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze in me. Okay, I got it. Alright, I need to this real quick. That's the sleeve needs that's too big of a sleeve. And the glove, need the glove. Let me just cheat my way by just doing that. There we go. Now I can just fill up the rest. This actually gives me a chance to actually go ahead and just there we go. Let me just get this a little bit bigger. There we go. What am I doing with this? Let me just there we go, that's much better. There we go. That's probably one of the bigger emotes right there. Let me just move it. Let me do this first. Hold on. Let me just. Maybe add some words here. Just I think I got an idea. It'll help for everybody. There we go. I think that works. That'll just be straight up just cheer up. Let me just. Ooh, that's too big. This one's dumb, but I like it. Ooh, not a fan of how that came out. All right, that works. There we go. Actually, hold on. I need to add more to this. A little bit more. Just by that, I mean I'm gonna take some stuff out. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. Let's line it up like so it's like perfectly lined up like that. There we go. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, I can actually now go here. Get the old white check mark. Needs to be bigger. There we go. That one is done. Oh, yeah, there we go. Have her going back at me with this one. Let me just delete those. Oh, not delete, but, you know, make them not visible so they don't get in the way. We'll do this one. Let's just get some good room here. Make sure we've got the right color. Let's make this a little bit. There we go. There we go. Just there we go. I think right there we could just do this. I'll add the lashes in a little bit. Let me just get a good look to see. Okay, just getting an idea of what's going on here, what I'm working with. No, didn't want to do that. I hit the wrong thing. Move this a little bit over here. And let's go ahead and just add her earring. There we go. Just actually, I don't know. Maybe that's good enough. Yeah, that'll work. Let me just go ahead and just do that. There we are. No. We'll not add that. Let's just add that. There we go. Now I think I can probably just now. There we go. That actually looks really good. Let's just lower that down. Let's also get this. Let's just increase the size so I have a better idea of what I'm working with here. There we go. Make sure I got the right layer. Let's grab this, move this up here. There we are. Just get her a little. I'll add that actually a little bit later. There we go. Let's just there we go. I think that works for you. Let's just do a little bit of a fixing. Kind of makes me wonder if I should. That looks silly. I'll think about adding that on there. I kind of want to fix this a little bit. Okay, yeah, that is much better. Alright, let's now shrink this down a little bit. Hey, that actually came out nice. Oh, I think the music just stopped, so give me a second. Yes. Yes, it did. All right, we're going late night 1993 forecast. This is by Utopic Dreamer. Please load for the love of God. Thank you. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Here we go. Kind of wonder if I should add a second one of these, or just leave just the one. Let's just see how this works. Or actually, maybe this one should be Okay, yeah, that looks good to me. Let me just go ahead and just do this real quick. Actually, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Merge those layers together. And there we go. There we go. That's now one layer. We'll probably shrink this down the size. Ugh, bit my tongue a little bit. Ow. Alright, I'm good. I feel like this pen needs to be a little bit thinner. Actually, hold on. I forget. I can just... Let me fix that. Let me just do that. Just there we go. That's much better. There we are. There's something about this, it's not sitting with me right. Let me just... That's a little bit better. Let me just go ahead and delete that little bit right there. Maybe this too. Let me just... There we go. That's much better. There we go. Now I just gotta go here and just throw myself just getting bleh, bleh. Need to de-exaggerate that. Let me just... Ooh! Let me just... I can just move that actually, yeah. Not that much, because I don't want to overlap things! There we go. I think the mouth is a little too much. That is much better, actually, yeah. Nah. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. Hold up, there we go. Let me just, woohoo! I can fix that. There we go. There we go. I think that one's actually nice as it is like this. There we go. Just let me just wrong tool. Too thick of a line. Not sure what would warrant this kind of emote, I just thought it was funny. And it was actually fun to doodle. There we go. Just shrink that one down a little bit. We actually got a couple nice ones actually too. 3, 4, and 5. We got 5, I guess, emotes, I guess you could say. Alright. Let me go ahead and just file. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead. That file. Save as. I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, I'm in the right area. I'm in the right line. In the right file. Save them as a PNG. I'm just gonna, for right now, save them so I don't lose them in case something happens. There we go. Just making sure I have them. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, cool. I got them. That's a good way of saying that, Kiwi. And welcome. Maybe that's what this one should be. Like, if I ever get that command, just say, please, babe, and just, boom, have that one. Alright, let's see. So, this one is in the bag. Just go ahead and just get a bigger enough thingy so we can just check mark it. What do we got? I just and let's see. I did that one, and that one. So I got 5. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. There's a picture of me. Go ahead and get that. Just so I have a little bit of a ref sheet to go with. A reference thing. I kind of want to do this one for me. So that one's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and do this goofy one. First, I need a smaller pen. Maybe here we go. Now let's just now let's get the maybe a little bit bigger, just like oh, the pen is doing it again. There we go. That'll fix it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Here we go. Hold on, am I okay? Making sure everything was fine. Oh, that's better. Alright, let's just smaller the thingy. Oh my god, it's so derpy. I don't know if I need to add. Oh, I can just do that. I was gonna say, can I add any more? Like, there we go. There we go. There's that one done. That was easy. That was quick. I didn't think I was gonna get that one. Actually, hold on. Maybe I should move this one over here. Oh, no, there's no room there. Okay, let's just go ahead and just now save again, just so we don't lose anything. There we go, that's that all familiar sound. Okay, I think that's good enough for emotes right now, so never said what I was going to draw, so I just went with it. Alright. Now I've been like I said, I've been thinking about changing, not much, but you know, some things. Maybe if I just get rid of this. Get rid of some things just so I can see better. Get rid of my neck. There we go. Alright, let's just go ahead and add a new layer on this. Just to be sure. So in case something does go wrong, I can always go back. In fact, let's go ahead and do... this pencil tool, just so I can get a good sketch. Thinking about how I should do it. Let me do a little phone research. Enjoy the music while I'm doing this right here. Let's see. I think I have an idea. But I'm also just thinking about maybe going with just using this purple just so I can have a good sketch to go along with it. Ugh, didn't like how that came out. Like with just long hair like that. I've been thinking about that. So let me go ahead and just work on that. Let me just rename this one. There we go. Let's just go ahead and get started. Let's just go down here. Wasn't a fan of that. Just that's a good little neck pop I just did. We just go ahead and just name that. Probably get rid of that. Get rid of that layer. Even though I feel like it wouldn't make a world of difference since you just see it in the... you don't see it. Or, maybe I can... I have an idea. Wrongler! Hmm. 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 Like I said, I think long hair would be great, but I'm also thinking about like a loose ponytail. Kind of like what Ken has in Alpha 3. You ever know what I'm talking about? Let me look that up too. Hold on. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Okay, Street Fighter Alpha Ken. Let's see how he looks with that. I actually kind of dig that. I actually dig it. I dig it. That may be the way to go. Okay, okay. Let me just go ahead and just delete that. Even though, like I said, it won't be seen in the back, so I don't know if that really means anything here, but it'll make me happy. So it'll be like here, so it'll be yeah, and then it would just be this thing right here that would tie it right here. Of course, it wouldn't matter here because, like I said, it's going right here, but I just... Maybe we're gonna add a few loose strands like that, too. I feel like I should move that a little bit. Yeah, I like that. And just... how am I gonna do that at the bottom part? I need just get good looks of it. Okay, okay. Yeah, like that. I think that looks cool. And now to just do a bit of coloring. Actually, hold on. I should... oh, wait, yeah, it's that is correct. Okay. Okay. Trying to do this while holding on to my phone. What am I doing? Put that phone away and then I can actually concentrate. Let's remove that and go. Now I'm pretty sure I should, yes, did fill it in. Okay, I should have thought about that. That's okay, I can just... Actually looks pretty sick. Alright, let me just go back here to pen tool. Let me just, oh boy, too big. Alright, that's a little bit better. Let me just go ahead. Let me just do this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, no, no. Probably better. Yeah, it probably is better if I did that. There we go. Oh, I just noticed there's this right here. I knew you could get rid of that. That got in the way. Let me just... do that, and then we just... Now I can just use the eraser tool and just do that. There we are, and I can just... There we are. Easy. Not a fan of that. Okay, so I can just... That's a lot better. Fill in this stuff right here. Okay. Now, process of elimination should mean that I have filled in the whole area around, so I should be able to just... Yeah, there we go. I can just fix the rest right here. Oh boy. I almost knocked my phone over. That was almost a disaster. We just okay. Now I can just go here and just Alright, now let's see. Yeah, we'll use this gray right here to fill that. And I could just use the black to fill in the rest. Let's just get all that taken care of. Now we can just go here. There we go, actually. I kind of dig that. Yeah, I feel like that should be better back there. Yeah, hold on, let's see. Let me move that. Oh, I see. Alright, let's bring these layers back. Okay, hold on, yeah, this one right here is probably it. Where's my neck? You can't even see it. You can't even see a difference. But that's okay, because it makes me happy. Okay, let me just go ahead and rename that. There we go. Let me just file, save as. It's Mr.D 2.0, so let me do 2. Let's see. It's 2.77 since it's July the 7th. I left the background there, so let me go ahead and do that again. And like I say, I don't think it doesn't matter too much with here because it's just this. You can't even see it. Okay, let's just open. Let's get the side one. That should be able to be seen a lot better. Let's see this. There it is. Okay, let's file. No, we don't go to file. We go to edit. We go to copy. Let's go here. Edit, paste, and let's fix this up a little bit. Yes. It's probably gonna go right there. Yeah, there we go. All I had to do is just move it around a little bit. I'm probably gonna have to delete some stuff. Let's get closer in. Alright, let's delete that. And judging from right here with this base one, I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see, how did that come out? It actually came out not too bad. Okay. Alright, here we go. This is... Alright, let's just see. Maybe I can adjust it a little bit more. Yeah, I could probably do a little bit of fixing right here. There we go. Let me just go ahead and do this. Let me go see how I use the pen tool on this. Now I gotta go here. I just... That's better. No, this... Hold on. Is this... What is this line? Oh, I see. It's up here. Go away. Puppy sitting. I've been there too. Of course, my puppy's old. She's an old lady. Her name is Zelda. I think I've posted pictures of her. But yeah, she's an old crazy cat lady. Well, she's not crazy, but she is getting on in the age. She still occasionally gets her zoomies. But yeah. Just working on me. Thinking like, maybe I should have a... You know, a long hair. I'm thinking about that. My hair is actually, Oh, your puppy's named Zelda too? Yeah, mine's named Zelda too. I actually gave her a collar that has a Triforce on it. I had to make it though, but still. She's got a Triforce because it fits. We recently just gave her a bath because it's about that time of year. It was very hot, so I figured it'd cool her down. Also, it'd be good because she seems to have been scratching herself, so she probably has a little bit of fleas. So we did that outside, and then for a good while, our house was somewhat riddled with them with a little bit. Not too bad. Thankfully, we got like a spray thing and just sprayed around, and thankfully they're gone now. And all the animals are good too. Oh, they're Yorkies. Okay. Yeah, mine's is I'm not sure what kind of dog mine's is. Kind of like it's like a husky kind of mix. All I know is that when we got her, she was kind of just given to us because they're like, we can't take care of her. We kind of picked her, and then we realized, oh, we can't really take care of her, so here. So that's how it's kind of been. And we've had her for probably over 10 years already. So she is, like I said, she is old. She is very old. So, yeah. Yeah, there we go. We got that. Let me just... Alright, so I think that's hold on, let me save this here. There we go, save that as a clip format, and now I'm gonna save this as a PNG. Because like I said, I'm starting to really like the idea of him having long hair. I'm starting to like the idea. So we'll just close that. We'll close that, and let's where are they? Here they are. This is what I was working on. See, this is what we got so far. We got these little emotes here. So I guess while we're at it, we can actually do a little bit of fixing on some of these, especially like one like this one. Like, what the hell is this? What did I do here? Let me go ahead and just... There we are, just do that and... and here, I think I can just... add that on there. There we go. Especially the Meong ones. This one's great. Like Kiwi said right here, yeah. If I was to make this one like if this well, it will, I think, at some point. But when it does become an emote, I think the command will just be like what it says here, just please babe. Just that for that one. Okay, I need to add the ponytail here. So let me just go ahead and get the right pen tool. Maybe increase the pen size a little bit more. There we go. Actually, hold on. Let me... Ooh, I just realized, so... Woohoo! Hold on. I just realized what I did. All the way back. I didn't do it in full black. I just realized that. Okay, fine. Let's just redo it. Just do that just so it actually tapers to a point. There we go, that's better. Let's see. Here we'll just go ahead and just realize I left a little, and we can just, there we go. No, that's cool. Don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. Meong is just mine because I created her, and everybody always like looks for an anime character to say like, "This is my waifu. You can't have her." So I'm like, "All right, I'll make my own." And she ended up being incredible. She's a great character. Granted, when I created her like so many years ago, she was a little flat, and I'm not talking about her chest size. I'm talking about she really had nothing going for her. She kind of was like had no like basically no personality, which is kind of why I kind of like decided like, okay, I'm gonna, because I thought it'd be fun to do, and it also like shows that there's a little bit of me in that too, that she's even though I technically am not it, because I was basically raised as such, but Meong, on the other hand, is born again Christian, and I feel like that added a little bit of personality to her. Yeah, thanks for saying that. Like, that's the like, I like to think that is. I love that that's the consensus with Meong, is that she's cute, which was what I was aiming for. She's supposed to be cute. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. Oh yeah, and I was gonna fix that because I zoomed in. I was like, oh boy, and then I realized I don't have all black. So let's go in here and just correct all these. Pretty sure there's somebody here who does specialties and or emotes is their speciality, and they're looking at it like this is the complete wrong way of doing it. I don't know what the right way is. I just go for it. I just draw. There we go. It's supposed to be a skeleton glove. Okay, and there we go. Let me just go ahead and just save as PNG, which is funny because then when you actually, let me see if I can find it. I have to have it here somewhere. If I can't find it, then I'll definitely just share it with you. I'm finding it here! Woo! Mine ain't finding it. Okay, but anyway, I'll show you a little bit. I'll show you later on in life. Well, anyway, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and just, I think I saved already, right? Save as. Just to do it, just to make sure. Doesn't help to, it doesn't hurt to be consistent or have make sure with redundancies and all that. So let me just go ahead and just close that. And gonna turn off this mic. And we're gonna go back to the other one. So just hold on a second. I'm gonna be doing a bit of a talky bit at the end. First, I need to turn off this music. Okay, I think you can hear me. Okay, I'm back. Oh, the tablet's still here. Hold on. I still have this. Hold on. Let me just there we go. It's gone. Let me zoom in. There we go. This was very professional, I say, with complete sarcasm, because it was anything but with this. Well, anyway. Thank you for stopping by for this relatively short art stream. It was good to draw. It really was. May have other things planned later on when it comes to drawing and all that, so yeah. But tomorrow, we are going to be continuing Sonic Adventure, and we're going to be fishing around with Big the Cat. So look forward to that, look forward to this, look forward to that, and look forward to all of that tomorrow. So, till next time. By that I mean next time is going to be tomorrow, probably around the same time. No, actually. Tomorrow it's actually going to be at 11 because work and all that, so yeah. Oh. Oh, really? Me being a PNG tuber? Well, that's something I need to... I'll probably mention about that a lot later on. Maybe I'll work on this a little bit later, but yeah. I'm just doing it because I see you right there. There you go. Oh, anyway, yeah. So, anyway, once again, I'll say it again. Be happy, be healthy, stay safe, and, as always, God bless. Take care of yourself, and you have yourself a wonderful night. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow it's not going to be at 7. Why do I think it's going to be at 7? It's going to be at 11 because of work. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
kind of like the longer hair that you gave yourself. Weird that you made it longer than mine. But, like I said, I actually kind of like it. Very, well, you already said it's like Ken from Street Fighter Alpha. You can tell I really got nothing to say here. Good night.